What excuse are you making right now? Hi, I'm Alice. Welcome back to the channel. Here we discuss oracle decks and how their wisdom can be applied to our life. So today's card that came up from the Soul Truth deck that I love to work with is, what excuses am I making right now? Now, we could tell ourselves all the time that we don't do that, but we do it all the time. And sometimes we could get stuck there. So if you're stuck there, let's read the back. Okay? So no more waiting. There will never be a good enough time. The time is now. And everything's really lighting up. It might not look like that on the outside, right? As we look on the outside, there's so much happening, so much crazy. But everything's really lining up for us to take the time to make things happen. And today's soul action with this card is, if it's important enough to you, you will find a way. Today, make a decision and do it even if you don't feel ready. Listen to your heart. You will be led. Like right now, I'm really uncomfortable being on camera. I'm doing it anyway because this is something I really want to do. So what is it that you really want to do that you're making excuses for right now? Something to think about, right? This weekend, it is Friday. And so I also picked from the Shaman's Dream Oracle, this one right here. And these are the two cards that came up. So let's talk about that because, I've said this before in other videos that you can't make this stuff up. When you have a question out there and you start working with oracle decks and tarot cards, your answers will come for you. I mean, it come to you. It's amazing how all the cards sort of meld together and give you a full picture of the answer that you need at the time. And so, what excuse am I making up right now? The card that came up after that was Spirit of the River, movement toward adventure. Let me read a little bit of this to you, and you'll see how this plays into what excuse we might have up right now in not doing what we need to do. So the main topics of this card is movement toward adventure, addiction to problems, allowing and trusting the current. So a lot of the times we could be addicted to making excuses. I mean, it's something some of us have been doing all our lives is, we have a little bit of fear towards something, so we might make an excuse that we can't do that right now. And so let's read the card. The Spirit of the River invites you to step into the flow, to stop swimming against or avoiding the current, right? That's making excuses. Allow the waters to carry you downstream, away from the eddies and whirlpools. It's time to heed the call of a new adventure waiting for you. And anytime we have a little bit of fear and we're making excuse towards something that we really want to do, it's a great way to shift that. If we have a little bit of fear, let's make that fear an adventure, right? Because that fear isn't real. It's just something that we haven't done, we're not sure of, and we're sort of insecure about doing it. So if we switch that into an adventure, like people that love to travel, the next adventure is something we've never done. And so we're excited about it, right? So if we can exchange these verbiage of like excuses to like, these are just adventures. These are not, things that you should be in fear of, right? If we could change that mindset a little bit, it can help so much. So stop working on the problems for a while. The issue is not what it seems. It is your addiction to fixing what has gone bad that is consuming so much of your time. Work to create a greater good, and the bad will resolve itself on its own. There is nothing you can accomplish with more efforting. As the situations in your life right now are subject to forces beyond your control, recognize this, step back, and trust the flow. That's why it's called Spirit of the River. There's no loss of face or lack of honor or integrity. It is simply the way things are at this moment. When this card appears, and it did, it is time to say yes to the next leg of your journey. Your life is like a river, inevitably and exorably flowing to the sea, which is your divine destination. Be fearless and release yourself to the rushing water in the middle of the stream. Whatever it is you are holding on to, the feelings, the thoughts, the beliefs about how things are or how they should or could be, can be fixed easily with the power of the Spirit of the River. Simply let go and enjoy the thrill of the ride. All will be well. And I had an inkling to pick the next card that was right after this, and I found this that it all connects. What came up is a tidy house, clarity, and organization. So sometimes we make excuses for things that we can't go forward with because we actually aren't organized about it. We're not clear about it. So that is something that's really important to keep in mind, that if we're going to flow with the river, right, and let things fall as they should or as they will, right, it's always good to have a tidy house, right? Have clarity of like what your end point might be. It might not end up being like that because most of the time it isn't. You know, things, we're always led to bigger and better things, even though we might not feel that, right? And when we have organization, clarity about what is it that you're making excuses about? What is that end goal that you're sort of in fear about or nervous about getting to, right? Today, make a decision and do it even if you don't feel ready. So I invite you this weekend, if you don't feel ready about something, tidy up, organize it, make it clear in your mind, right? And then let yourself flow. Flow with the Spirit of the River. It will take you where you need to go. Okay, have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Don't forget to subscribe, right? That's something that we have to say here on YouTube. Anyways, have a wonderful weekend, and comment down below if you want to talk about this particular topic, because I'm sort of an expert. I'm a little bit of an expert at putting some excuses up. So anyways, have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon on Monday. Okay, bye.